Sex, a three-letter word that holds within it a universe of meaning, shaping the very fabric of our existence. The gates of our secret garden are now open. Welcome to the monastery lost in the woods, that hidden place where you and me are going to sit together and have a chat in peace, tonight, under a full moon. We are going to talk about delving into the realm of the human experience. One can't help but acknowledge the profound impact of sex. From a biological perspective, it is a fundamental process of life, crucial for the continuity of our species. Yet, it extends far beyond the realm of reproduction. It's a dance of DNA, a mingling of genes that ensures our offspring inherit a diverse mix of traits, fostering the survival and evolution of our kind. But sex is not just about the propagation of genes. It's about connection and intimacy. It's about the interweaving of lives, a shared moment that transcends the physical, reaching into the emotional and psychological spheres of our existence. It's a language of love, a form of communication that expresses feelings and emotions that words often fail to capture. And then there's the pleasure aspect, the rush of endorphins, the euphoria, the ecstasy. It's a natural high, a peak experience that for a moment makes us forget about our worries and stresses. It's a powerful motivator, driving us to seek out this experience again and again, shaping our behaviors, our relationships, and, in many ways, our lives. But let's not forget about the emotional bonds that sex can forge. It's a powerful tool for deepening relationships, for creating a sense of closeness and intimacy that can be deeply fulfilling. It's a way of expressing love and affection, of showing your partner that you care about them, that you're invested in their happiness and well-being. And so, we see that sex is not just a basic biological function, but a complex interplay of physical, emotional, and psychological elements. It's an integral part of our humanity, influencing our behaviors, our relationships, and our cultures in profound and often unexpected ways. So, sex, in essence, is a complex interplay of our biological instincts and our emotional needs. Women, traditionally seen as the bearers of life, have a unique role in the realm of sexuality. Historically, women have been viewed primarily as sexual entities, their value often tied to their fertility and ability to bear children. This view, deeply entrenched in many societies, has shaped women's sexual identities and experiences, often reducing them to their reproductive roles. However, this traditional view has evolved over time, with increasing recognition of women's sexual autonomy and pleasure. Women are no longer seen merely as passive recipients of sexual activity, but as active participants who are entitled to their own desires, fantasies, and experiences. This shift in perspective has empowered many women to claim their sexual rights, to explore their desires, and to seek pleasure in their own terms. However, societal norms and expectations continue to influence women's sexual identities. From a young age, women are often subjected to conflicting messages about their sexuality. They're expected to be attractive and desirable, yet chastity and modesty are often prized. These mixed messages, coupled with the persistent objectification of women's bodies, can lead to confusion, shame, and guilt, hindering women's ability to fully embrace their sexual selves. Yet amidst these challenges, many women continue to resist, to redefine, and to reclaim their sexual identities, challenging the traditional figure of women as a sexual entity. The traditional figure of women as a sexual entity is a complex interplay of historical roles, societal expectations, and individual autonomy. As we move forward, it's crucial that we continue to challenge these norms, to honor women's sexual autonomy, and to celebrate the diversity of women's sexual experiences. Enter the 1960s, a decade of profound change, a revolution that would forever alter our understanding and expression of sex. This era was marked by the introduction of the birth control pill, a groundbreaking development that drastically affected the sexual freedom of both women and men. Suddenly, sex was not just tied to procreation. It could be about pleasure, about connection, about exploration. This medical advancement sparked a shift in societal norms and attitudes towards sex. For the first time, the conversation around sex was brought into the public sphere, challenging traditional views and norms. Sex was no longer a hushed topic, confined to the bedroom. It was in the open, being discussed, being debated, being questioned. Coinciding with this shift was the rise of the feminist movement. Women, empowered by their newfound reproductive freedom, began to advocate for their sexual rights. They challenged the traditional roles, demanding recognition of their sexual autonomy and pleasure. Women were no longer passive recipients of sexual activity, but active participants, asserting their desires, their fantasies, their rights. The sexual revolution of the 60s, thanks to birth control and the feminist movement, marked a significant turning point in our sexual history. It set the stage for the ongoing dialogue around sex, challenging and reshaping our understanding of sexual identities, roles, and experiences. As we delve deeper into our exploration of sex, let us remember this pivotal moment in our history, a moment that paved the way for the evolution of sex as we know it today. Men, traditionally seen as the providers and protectors, have a unique role in the realm of sexuality. Historically, men have been primarily viewed as sexual entities, their value often linked to their strength, virility, and ability to provide. This view, deeply embedded in many societies, has shaped men's sexual identities and experiences, often reducing them to their roles as protectors and providers. However, this traditional view has evolved over time, with increasing recognition of men's sexual autonomy and pleasure. Men are no longer seen merely as the initiators of sexual activity, but as active participants who are entitled to their own desires, fantasies, and experiences. This shift in perspective has empowered many men to claim their sexual rights, to explore their desires, and to seek pleasure on their own terms. However, societal norms and expectations continue to influence men's sexual identities. From a young age, men are often subjected to conflicting messages about their sexuality. They're expected to be strong and dominant, yet sensitivity and understanding are often valued. These mixed messages, coupled with the persistent pressure to conform to masculine ideals, can lead to confusion, shame, and guilt, hindering men's ability to fully embrace their sexual selves. Yet, amidst these challenges, many men continue to resist, to redefine, and to reclaim their sexual identities, challenging the traditional figure of men as a sexual entity. The traditional figure of men as a sexual entity is a complex interplay of historical roles, societal expectations, and individual autonomy. As we move forward, it's crucial that we continue to challenge these norms, to honor men's sexual autonomy, and to celebrate the diversity of men's sexual experiences. Ever wondered why the saying, "love is blind," holds so much truth? Well, it's not just love that can leave us fumbling in the dark. Sexual desire, one of the most potent forces driving our behavior, can dramatically affect our judgment and decision-making. Imagine you're at a party and across the room, you spot someone who sparks your interest. Your heart rate increases, your pupils dilate, and your mind starts to focus on one thing and one thing only, the object of your desire. This is your body responding to sexual attraction, and it's in these moments that our judgment can become skewed. You see, our brains are wired to prioritize reward over risk when we're in the throes of desire. The potential for pleasure overshadows the potential for harm, and this can lead to decisions you might not normally make. That's why you might find yourself approaching that person at the party, even if you're usually shy, or why you might throw caution to the wind in the pursuit of passion. But it's not just in the heat of the moment that sex influences our decisions. It can also shape our long-term choices. Think about it. How many people have moved cities, changed jobs, or even altered their lifestyle to be closer to a romantic partner? At the heart of these decisions is often a deep-seated sexual desire. Moreover, societal norms and cultural expectations can further complicate the influence of sex on our judgment. We're often conditioned to believe that certain behaviors, choices, or preferences are normal or acceptable, and this can cloud our ability to make decisions that are truly in our best interest. So, what can we do about it? Well, understanding the power of sexual desire and its influence on our judgment is the first step. By acknowledging this, we can better navigate the complexities of our decisions, making choices that are mindful, informed, and aligned with our true desires. Thus, our desires, particularly sexual ones, have an undeniable impact on our judgments and decisions. It's a fascinating aspect of human nature, one that reminds us of the profound ways in which our intimate lives intersect with every other facet of our existence. Beyond the public eye, human sexual behavior is as varied as the individuals themselves. When we speak of intimacy, it's often shrouded in a cloak of secrecy. This is not necessarily a negative aspect, but a testament to the deeply personal nature of our sexual lives. Sex is an intimate dance, a shared secret between individuals. It is a realm of our existence where we let down our guards, revealing our vulnerabilities, desires, and unspoken fantasies. Every person's sexual behavior is as unique as their fingerprint, reflecting their personal history, preferences, and experiences. In this vast universe of human sexuality, there is an astounding diversity. Some enjoy the thrill of novelty and exploration, while others find comfort in the familiar and routine. There are those who thrive on emotional connection, and those who separate emotion from physical pleasure. Some people have high libidos, craving sexual connection often, while others are perfectly content with less frequent encounters. This diversity is not only about frequency or preferences, but also about the ways we express our sexuality. Some people are vocal and expressive, while others are more reserved and silent. Some find pleasure in the power dynamics of dominance and submission, while others prefer an equal balance. There are those who are adventurous, exploring different positions and techniques, and those who prefer the traditional. We also cannot neglect the impact of societal norms and expectations on our sexual behavior. Many of us have been conditioned to keep our sexual desires and activities private, creating a veil of secrecy around an essential part of our lives. This secrecy, however, is not a sign of shame or guilt, but rather a sign of respect for the private nature of our sexual lives. In the end, the key is to embrace our individual sexual identities and respect the individuality of others. Each person's sexual behavior is a personal journey, a private dance that should be respected and honored. It's about finding what makes you feel comfortable, fulfilled, and satisfied. The secrecy of our sex lives is a testament to our individuality and the private nature of our desires. What makes us desire someone? The answer lies within our brain. Let's dive into the fascinating world of neurobiology and uncover how our brain processes sexual desire. At the heart of this complex process are neurons, the nerve cells that transmit signals throughout our body. When we encounter a potential mate, our senses relay information about them to our brain. This could range from their appearance and voice to their scent or mannerisms. Our brain then fires up a network of neurons involved in attraction and desire. This network spans across different areas of the brain, from the amygdala, which processes emotions, to the hypothalamus, that regulates hormones, and the reward-related regions like the ventral tegmental area and nucleus accumbens. When these areas light up, it's like a symphony orchestra playing a rousing piece, leading to feelings of desire and attraction. But what fuels this symphony? That would be our hormones. Dopamine, often known as the feel-good hormone, plays a major role in the feelings of pleasure and reward that come with desire. Then there's oxytocin, the cuddle hormone, which promotes feelings of bonding and attachment. And let's not forget about testosterone and estrogen, our sex hormones that regulate libido. It's important to note that this process isn't just about physical attraction or lust. The brain also considers social factors like compatibility and shared interests. After all, humans are social creatures, and these elements play a significant role in our attraction to others. So, the next time you feel that spark of attraction, remember the intricate dance of neurons and hormones happening within you. Our brains, in their infinite complexity, have evolved to ensure our survival and propagation as a species, and sexual desire is a key part of that evolutionary journey. Remember, this is a vast field of study, and we're only just beginning to understand the intricate workings of our brains in relation to desire. Each new discovery brings us one step closer to fully understanding the human experience of desire and attraction. Understanding the neurobiology of sex brings us closer to unraveling the mystery behind human desire. Religion, a guiding light for many, but does it always illuminate the path to sexual freedom? For centuries, various religious doctrines have shaped societal norms and values, significantly influencing our perceptions of sex. Within some faiths, sex is viewed as a sacred act, confined to the parameters of marital bonds, emphasizing procreation over pleasure. This perspective, while fostering a sense of sanctity, could potentially limit sexual freedom. On the other hand, certain religions celebrate sexual pleasure, regarding it as a divine gift. They encourage exploration within ethical boundaries, thereby nurturing a sense of sexual liberation. The influence of religion on sexual freedom is a complex interplay of belief systems, societal norms, and individual interpretation. It's a dance between the sacred and the secular, tradition and progression, constraint and liberation. Religion, with its profound influence, has the power to shape our perspectives on sexual freedom. But remember, the interpretive dance of belief and freedom is ultimately choreographed by you. From the sacred scriptures of ancient India rises the concept of tantric sex, a practice that transforms sexuality into a spiritual journey. Originating from the Hindu and Buddhist traditions, tantric sex is not just about physical pleasure. It's a dance of energy, a union of souls, and a celebration of the divine in each of us. The practice focuses on deep, slow connections, emphasizing intimacy and mutual pleasure over the rush to climax. This approach encourages partners to explore each other's bodies and emotions with mindfulness, fostering a deeper connection that extends beyond the bedroom. Imagine each touch, each breath, each gaze as a step towards a heightened sense of intimacy and spiritual connection. This approach to sex can lead to more fulfilling sexual experiences, improved relationship dynamics, and a deeper understanding of one's own body and desires. Tantric sex, with its emphasis on connection and mindfulness, presents a refreshing perspective on sexuality, challenging us to explore the depths of our desires and the heights of our spiritual connections. It's not just about the destination, but the journey. And in this journey, every moment, every touch, every breath is a destination in itself. The phrase sex sells is one we're all familiar with, and it certainly seems to hold some truth. Advertising and media have long used sexual imagery and innuendo to grab attention, to provoke, and to sell. From the suggestive billboards lining city streets to the steamy scenes in our favorite TV shows, sex is a dominant narrative. It's a powerful tool, evoking strong emotions and responses that can be harnessed to influence consumer behavior. But what happens when these crafted narratives begin to shape our societal norms and expectations about sex? Sex in media doesn't merely reflect our societal views on sex, it also shapes them, often perpetuating unrealistic and harmful stereotypes. It's a double-edged sword with the potential to empower or exploit, to liberate or objectify. As we consume these sexualized images and messages, we must remain critical of their impact on our perceptions and expectations of sexuality. While sex in marketing can be a powerful tool, it's important to consider its influence on our societal norms, our personal relationships, and our understanding of sex itself. Sex sells, but at what cost? From the enticing allure of advertising to the more enigmatic realms of the mystic and occult, sex holds a unique and powerful role. In the realm of the occult, sex is often seen as a potent source of magical energy, harnessed in rituals and spells to achieve various ends. The act of sex becomes a conduit, a physical manifestation of the ethereal energy exchange, often imbued with deep symbolism and purpose. The sexual act is not merely for pleasure or procreation, but becomes a sacred rite, a pathway to higher consciousness or divine connection. Yet, like many aspects of the occult, this use of sexual energy is often shrouded in controversy and misunderstanding. It's a topic that's met with a mix of fascination and fear, intrigue and confusion. Sex in occult rituals, while often misunderstood, offers a fascinating glimpse into the intersection of sexuality and spirituality. It challenges us to broaden our perceptions of sex, to see beyond the physical act and consider the energy, the intention, and the potential for transformation that it can hold. As we delve into the mysteries of the occult, we are reminded that the power of sex extends far beyond the physical realm, offering a tantalizing glimpse into the mystical and divine. Thank you for joining us on this journey through the fascinating world of sexual alchemy. We've explored the many facets of sex, from its biological function to its societal implications, its spiritual significance, and its powerful role in the realms of the occult. this exploration has only scratched the surface of this complex and multidimensional aspect of human existence. We invite you to delve deeper, to question, explore, and share your own experiences and insights. We hope you found this exploration as intriguing and thought-provoking as we have. If you've enjoyed this journey and would like to continue exploring with us, we invite you to like, comment, and subscribe to the InTune YouTube channel. Your support helps us to continue creating content that delves into the fascinating energies that shape our lives. We'd love to hear your thoughts on this topic, as well as any experiences or insights you'd like to share. Your participation helps to enrich our understanding and expand our collective consciousness. Stay tuned for more intriguing explorations into the hidden energies that shape our lives. We have many more fascinating topics to explore, and we look forward to continuing this journey with you. Thank you for your support and participation, and until next time, keep exploring, keep questioning, and stay in tune. The gates of our secret garden are now closed,